Ichigo Kurosaki is the main character of Bleach, and he is the only character in the series who possesses Soul Reaper, Quincy, and Hollow powers. He can now use these powers in unison, and with the help of others, he was able to defeat a virtual god. For many Bleach fans, this version of Ichigo is practically unbeatable, but there are a few Naruto characters who can beat Ichigo even when he is at his strongest. The vast majority of Naruto characters who can beat Ichigo are ninja, and they can all use highly effective and deadly jutsu. There is also at least one character who can beat him because she is technically an alien god. Ichigo may be a master swordsman with great speed and defensive abilities, but even those skills may not help him against these Naruto characters. Number 10. Onoki. Onoki can take Ichigo down with dust release. When the Fourth Great Ninja War took place, Onoki was the longest-serving Kage. Even someone as strong as Madara Uchiha admitted that his decades of battle experience was an issue. Onoki served as the Hidden Stone Village's third Tsuchikage for most of its existence. He is an Earth Release Master, and he is one of the few people in the world capable of using Dust Release. Dust Release allows him to create three-dimensional objects with his chakra, and he can throw these objects at Ichigo. These objects travel incredibly fast, and they will instantly expand once they reach Ichigo. If Ichigo is caught inside the object when it expands, his body will be disintegrated at a molecular level. Even Ichigo's blood venae cannot withstand disintegration. Number 9. Deidara. Deidara can kill anything with his C4 technique. Deidara was the youngest member of the Akatsuki. The organization sought him out because they needed an explosives expert. Deidara possesses the explosion release Kekkei Genkei, which gives his chakra explosive properties. Under normal circumstances, Ichigo can use Shunpo to avoid most of Deidara's explosions, and his Getsuga Tensho can destroy most of Deidara's clay creations before they explode. That being said, he would not be able to withstand Deidara's C4 technique. Deidara uses his main mouth to create a massive clay clone of himself, and when it detonates, it creates a countless number of microscopic bombs. These bombs are designed to be inhaled. If Ichigo breathes any of them in, they will enter his bloodstream. Once these bombs are detonated, Ichigo's body will disintegrate from the inside. Number 8. Pakura. Pakura possesses a deadly Kekkei Genkei. The Hidden Sand Village viewed Pakura as a hero, and she was arguably the strongest kunoichi of her generation. Ichigo may have ranged attacks, but he is primarily a melee fighter, which is perfect for Pakura's fighting style. She possesses the Scorch Release Kekkei Genkei, which gives her the ability to create heat orbs of various sizes. These heat orbs are basically miniature suns, and they revolve around Pakura's body. She can also control them independently. If Ichigo and Pakura had a melee exchange, Ichigo would need to avoid the orbs at all costs. If one of them were to physically touch him, all of the moisture in his body would instantly evaporate. Even with his Hollow and Quincy powers, Ichigo's body would likely be left in a dead mummified state. Number 7. Hidan. Hidan can defeat Ichigo if he ingests some of his blood. Hidan only cares about spreading death and destruction through the Jashin religion. That being said, the Akatsuki still sought him out because of his skills. Thanks to Jashin's forbidden techniques, Hidan gained a form of immortality, and he learned to use a special curse that turns him into a human voodoo doll. Hidan is a master melee fighter, and if he manages to scratch Ichigo, he will most likely kill him. If Hidan tastes some of Ichigo's blood, he will assume a skeletal appearance. He will need to then step into a Jashin symbol that has been placed on the ground. If these conditions are met, Ichigo will sustain any injury that Hidan sustains. At that point, Hidan just needs to stab his own heart. Ichigo can avoid Hidan a number of ways, but he can only do it effectively if he already has knowledge of Hidan's curse. Number 6. Shisui. Shisui can theoretically beat Ichigo with his Mangekyo Sharingan. Shisui was considered the most skilled Uchiha of his generation, and other nations feared him because of his mastery of the body flicker technique. With it, he could instantly teleport to another location without leaving a trace. If Ichigo is unaware of this technique, it can catch him off guard, and Shisui can potentially land a fatal surprise attack. Thanks to the Sharingan, Shisui shall be able to read most of Ichigo's sword attacks, and the body flicker technique would make dodging Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho a lot easier. Shisui also possesses the Mangekyo Sharingan, and it gives him access to Koto Amatsukami, a powerful ocular jutsu. If this genjutsu works on Ichigo, it will place him under a subtle form of mind control. Shisui can then tell Ichigo to stand down, and he will do so willingly. Number 5. Obito. Obito has a huge advantage because of his Kamui. He may have been born into the Uchiha clan, but Obito's skills were average at best. That all nagged when he witnessed Rin Nohara's death. This traumatic experience caused Obito to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan, and with it, he gained access to Kamui. This space-time ninjutsu, combined with Madara's training, turned Obito into a cage-level ninja. With his right eye, Obito can send parts of his own body to the Kamui dimension. As a result, Obito can become intangible, which means that Ichigo's attacks would safely phase through his body. If Obito had his left eye too, he would be able to cast a ranged version of Kamui. He can use that eye to target Ichigo's head. A spatial distortion would appear around Ichigo's head and it would contract until his head is gone. Number 4. Sasuke. Sasuke's visual prowess may be too much for Ichigo to handle. By the end of the series, Sasuke became one of the strongest ninja in history. He possesses an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and a Rinnegan. With the Rinnegan, Sasuke can theoretically use Chibaku Tensei to seal Ichigo within a miniature moon. If not, Sasuke can use Amaterasu. These black flames appear at the focal point of Sasuke's vision, so it would be very difficult for Ichigo to dodge. Ichigo cannot extinguish or absorb these flames, so they will continue to burn until Ichigo is incinerated. The Susanoo is technically Sasuke's strongest ability, but Ichigo might be able to clash with it. If Ichigo plans to hit Sasuke with a fatal Getsuga Tensho, Sasuke can simply use a Menetejikara to swap places with him. Ichigo would then get taken out by his own attack. Number 3. Mew. Mew can conceal his presence and erase Ichigo from existence. Mew was the second Tsuchikage of the Hidden Stone Village, and he is the one who taught Onoki how to use Dust Release. Even if Ichigo used the full extent of his Soul Reaper, Hollow, and Quincy powers, his body would not be able to withstand the disintegration effects of Dust Release. Against Onoki, Ichigo might be able to dodge the attack if he sees it coming, but that may not happen against Mew. Mew also has the ability to fully conceal his presence, which means that Ichigo will not be able to see or smell him. Even if Ichigo could sense chakra, Mew's ability conceals that as well. Mew can simply sneak around Ichigo and perform a dust release technique at point-blank range to make sure Ichigo cannot escape from it. Number 2. Kagaya. Kagaya can destroy Ichigo with her godlike abilities. Bleach has fought a godlike being like Yuach, but he was only able to do that with help from Ryu and Aizen. Kagaya Otsutsuki is essentially the god of the Naruto series, and she has the power to beat Ichigo single-handedly. If she wanted to, she could simply use her Rinne Sharingan to transport Ichigo to another dimension. Without a Rinnegan of his own, Ichigo would be trapped in one of these dimensions forever. Kagaya possesses a certain kill technique called All Ash Killing Bones, and with it she can turn her bones into deadly weapons. If she stabs Ichigo, or pierces him with a ranged attack, his body will disintegrate. Kagaya can open a dimensional rift that she can instantly travel through, and she can use it in tandem with the All Ash Killing Bones technique. One false move, and Ichigo will go down. Before moving on to number 1, don't forget to like the video. Number 1. Itachi. Itachi's Susanoo is considered unbeatable. Even by Uchiha standards, Itachi was considered a prodigy. His visual prowess is so great that he should be able to dodge most of Ichigo's attacks. Like Sasuke, Itachi can theoretically take Ichigo down with the Amaterasu. Ichigo might be able to fight a Susanoo, but Itachi's is on an entirely different level. In fact, his Susanoo is said to be invincible. His Susanoo wields the Yata Mirror, a mythical shield that can supposedly block any attack. It can certainly block Ichigo's standard sword attacks, and it may even be able to block spiritual attacks like Getsuga Tensho. Itachi's Susanoo is also equipped with the Totsuka Blade, an ethereal sword that can allegedly pierce anything. Even if Ichigo's defenses are at maximum, the Totsuka Blade shouts still work, and if he does get pierced, he will be sealed within a drunken genjutsu world forever.